Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the People's Mastermind. This is the Iconic Messengers show. Coming to you live. Hey, listen. What kind of standard are you setting in your everyday life, in your business? What kind of standard are you setting at home with your family, with your kids? Is it a standard of excellence? Is it a standard of integrity? Or is it a standard of garbage? You got to ask yourself, what kind of standard are you setting for yourself this year? Because the standard that you set for yourself will ultimately become the standard that you require for people to be around you, for people to do business with you, for people to take time away from anything else that you want to do to serve them. You got to ask yourself, what standards do I have? This goes for anything in life too, folks. I'm going to keep it real simple today. The standard that you're setting in the circles around you, the standards that you're setting in your business, even the clients that you work with. I used to, back in the day, just drive around in my van and sing at any bar that would give me $100. Well, what kind of standard did I have? It wasn't the highest standard. Whoever's going to give me beer, pizza, and a couple hundred bones, I'm going to do business with them, even if they had no standards at all. Well, I mean, as the years went on, I started to realize that this standard that I'm setting is not going to take me long term. And I had to change the standard. I had to set a new standard. And so in 2024, we're almost 2 weeks in, and if your standard hasn't been raised over the last week and a half, then you might be making the decision to accept the same standards that you had last year. Now, me specifically, I made a lot of progress in the last couple years since those days of driving around in a van. Things have kind of started to snowball. I've gotten around some better people and some worse people. But what I've noticed is that when you have a certain standard of integrity and high-level production for yourself, the universe will almost weed out the people that don't match that alignment if you're doing things the right way, and will lead you away from people that don't have the standard that you need to succeed. Now, this is only if you're operating at a high level of integrity and a high level of performance every day. But you got to understand something. The standard that you wake up with every day is going to eventually become the standard that you have to live with for the rest of your life. So the decisions that you've made up until this point have got you the results that you've gotten up until this point. And so if those actions are great in certain areas, good, keep them, make them better. But if they're terrible in some areas, then you need to raise the standard. A lot of us, we run businesses in this group. We run companies. I have a huge team of people that I have to lead every single day. It's part of the reason why I have this set up now. It's surely not to sit around and podcast all day. I have a company to run. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with running your company and getting it optimized and doing it that way. I know everyone's like, hand off everything, hand off everything, hand off everything. Make sure it's the right person to hand something off to, because if you hand something off to somebody with shitbag garbage standards, your company's standard lowers. It goes down the drain because you gave it whatever tasks, maybe leadership tasks, to some asshole that has no standards. Use your brain, people. You got to set a higher standard. Seen a lot of people lately. Dude, it's hard. Like January this year, everybody's trying to grow and advance and get more sales and get more business. Make sure that your standard of giving is at a high enough level that you attract people of high caliber quality into your circle that want to be your clients and that want to do business with you and that want to be around you. Because I've noticed that like the sleazy people with no core values and no standards that are putting out their offers, like people aren't going to buy it anymore. They're not buying it. They're seeing past the bullshit. We've got record inflation, record everything. Shit is crazy expensive. I remember when Mark McGwire hit 70 home runs when he played for the St. Louis Cardinals, and gas was 70 cents a gallon. So you got to understand, dude, you got to go out there and have such high performance standards in the category of expertise that you have, that you attract the right people, that you don't even have to ask. Or when you do ask, everybody's ready. Get that good. Raise the standard to a point where you are the standard. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got for you. This is the People's Mastermind, the Iconic Messengers show with Pat Hilton. This is the new era, folks. You're watching the new era. The OG from 10X with Uncle G to Puerto Rico with Gary V. It's the motherfucking PAT, the world's greatest MC. And we'll see you on the next one.